Previously on Jeep Roscoe. With the name of Gwalia, which literally means Wales. How could I not go there? So effectively I would have done the Nullarbor in 2 days. Quite famous. They really got some nice beaches. Alright, good morning. Spent another very blustery night in the caravan park in Kalbarri last night, but I did manage to get some sleep, so that was good. So we're just heading into Kalbarri National Park proper. This is the part with Nature's Window and the Z Loop and stuff like that. The National Park headquarters are here on the right hand side, which I'm going to come to on the way back to ask him about Cartog Island. Today we're just going to kind of do like the touristy stuff, the really touristy stuff, just to get that out of the way. So Nature's Window, the SkyWalk and stuff like that. There might be crowds, there might not be, but that's what we're doing. So we're just flying through the national park this morning, sussing things out. This afternoon we've got a river cruise, and then just chill out basically. Tomorrow then we will do a few things in the national park, garnered with the information we gleaned today. So we're into our second of 3 days here in Kalbarri. Following Kalbarri, we'll be heading north up towards the Shark Bay area. So we need to get our ducks in a row if we are going to go to Cartog Island or not. I'm 50-50 at the moment. It depends on how much of a hassle, both in terms of resourcing, logistics and cost it's going to be. I might just go and explore Francois Perron National Park, which is on the next kind of peninsula to Cartog, which is quite special in its own right, I've been told. And then do all the touristy stuff, Shark Bay, Shell Bay, Mungi Maya, stuff like that. Just coming down to the Sky Bridge inside the park, and that's where the Nature's Window is as well. So I'm going to go to Nature's Window first and come back to the Sky Bridge. Looks like everybody's had the same idea. Just starting the walk down to Nature's Window, and you can see up towards the Sky Bridges up there, and that's the Murchison River running through it. Beautiful.
So I'm just taking a minute here to enjoy the beauty of this park, to be honest. Let me spin you around. So, Nature's Windows just up there, where the crowds are taking selfies. Coming down here, there's a walk you can do called the Loop Walk, which takes 5 hours. But I just thought I'd just come down here and see the bend in this river. The sun is in an awkward place, but otherwise it's a nice photo. There's a part of the bend of the Murray River called the Big Bend, and it's very similar to this. But there's nobody here. Just over my shoulder there, you can see the Sky Bridge. We'll go up there next, but just going to take a minute to kind of take in the serenity and put the flying mask back on. They are out in force. So that's one of the sky bridges, and this is the other. The two are part of a project that costs about 24 million. In my opinion, is well worth it. Views over the Murchison River. There's a visitor centre here as well. Nature's Window that way. Little sign here about the phony double.
Okay, so just finished at the SkyWalks, and I gotta say, very impressed with both the SkyWalks and the Nature's Window. Yes, you know, very touristy, but worth seeing. And you know, there's tarmac all the way down there. There's a visitor centre at the SkyWalks, a cafe with coffee and pastries and whatnot. And you know, this I heard somebody going, "Oh, they spent 24 million on this. Can you believe it?" Quite derisory. And I was like, "Well, yeah. Just look how many people are here, you know, and this is the same every single day. Is it worth it? Bloody oath it is." kind of stretch of the road into the park, and the last of the big three touristy bits. We did the lookouts on the way into Kalbarri. That's in the southern section of the park. And bear in mind, I got the river cruise this afternoon, 3 o'clock. So I want to get back and squared away a long time before that, and have a bit of lunch and just catch up with myself a little bit. So I don't want to be in the park longer than 2 p.m, but ideally I want to be out of it by midday. So it's 20 past 11 now. So we'll see how we go at the Z bend, really. So just heading towards the turn off for the Z bend now, and you can see there's a little bit of historic fire damage here. I'm not sure exactly when that would have been. It could have been a prescribed burn or a wildfire. I can't remember anything being on the news about it, but there's been a lot of fires in Australia the last couple of years.
So this is the Z bend. You can see from this diagram, it's a very lazy kind of Z that comes around. So yeah, let's go and have a look at it. Okay, so there's the gorge there with the Murchison River coming through it. As you can see, it kind of there's an S bend at the top there. It comes down around this verge here and down there. That's a nice little spot again. I seem to be the only person here. There's another trail that goes down there and actually goes down to the riverside. I think that most people would have gone down there for a bit of a swim, like these people down there. But I won't be swimming today, not in the river anyway. Okay. It's about 1.2 k's from the car park. Easy walk, easy walk. It's almost midday. It's not too warm today, so that's okay. That's good. But yeah, a few people have said, "Oh, it reminds me of the American Wild West, like Nevada, Utah kind of areas." And I said, "Yeah, no, it does. The sandstones and everything, but here seems a lot greener than the west of America was when I was there." Anyway, gonna go back to the car now and make our way back to Kalbarri for lunch, and then get ourselves ready for the river cruise this afternoon. A little sign here telling us about some of the fossils can be found here of arthropods. It says a pair of parallel rock markings to the left of this sign are made from arthropods called Eurypterite. Eurypterite. One of Earth's earliest land dwellers. You can see there these track marks would have been made by an arthropod. Those ripples there, that would have been made by water, but these would have been made by an animal. Just back in the car park from the Z bend walk. When I said it was 1.2 kilometers, that was a round trip, so 600 meters each way, so not very far at all. So just chilling out in the air conditioning, have a drink, and then we're going to head back to Kalbarri. Via the park's office. Mustn't forget. Would have come to the ranger station, but it's closed. He's out in the park somewhere. I thought it'd be a little bit bigger of an office, kind of like what we had on Kangaroo Island, but sadly not.
In the northwest, cross over the coast. Cyclone season, pretty much all summer, right up through April. and they can dump enough rain in our catchment. The catchment for this river is bigger than Tasmania. Tasmania is about 67,000 square kilometres, and our catchment for this river is over 80,000. So it's pretty big. When those systems come inland, they come down the coast a bit and dump their rain in our catchment. It can take up to 3 weeks to wind its way down through the Murchison River and out into the Indian Ocean. And the record flood came down up at Emu Springs, measured 18 metres up there. To give you an idea what was happening, that was in April after a long, hot and dry summer without any rain. We're getting these floods coming down the coast, down the river. And to give you Indonesian islands, in about 1611, one of their brave captains, from Cape Town took off sort of in that direction. He went a different way. They thought he was nuts. He was going to fall off the end or something. And it took 6 months off when he got up the west coast of Australia. The southerly took him up straight up the coast, and it took 6 months off their journey up into Batavia where they colonised.
The halfway point of our sunset cruise with Kalbarri Wilderness Cruises. We just stopped here, which is part of Murchison Station. There's goats over there. You may not be able to see them because of the sun. No, probably not. But it's been a lovely little cruise up the stream, up the river rather. It's the second biggest river system in Western Australia, after the Gascoyne. But yeah, well, I was hoping to come to Murchison Station, and now I'm on it. From the cruise earlier, we could see 4x4s going up this road just past the river, off to a nice camping spot for the night. I suppose I could still go out there for a night or two. There's a very nice tree just there, the river gum. Might go and take a photo of that if everyone clears off. As we head back down towards Kalbarri, the sun will be setting, so I might get some nice sunset photos again. I saw the boat going out yesterday. I'll go down and have a look at the river for you. This is the river. It splits into a couple of bits at the moment, so that's actually an island you're looking at across there. The river itself split into 3 earlier on, and the other bits are a bit rocky, which is why we come up this one. I don't know if we'll go up any further or we'll just turn around now and go back down, but yeah, it's been a nice journey. Well worth doing, only $55. end to a lovely river excursion. This is minimum chips from a chip shop and fish shakers. This is like red something cod. So this point in Kalbarri is basically commemorated to the anniversary of the wreck of the Zoetrof, which is a Dutch boat that was lost out at sea here. Yeah, so June 1712 is when it was lost, and this was erected 2nd of June 2012. So the Zoetrof cliffs, further clues to the shipwreck mystery of the fate of the crew lie in the artifacts from the seabed nearby. The wreck came to rest close enough to the coastal reef platform for some passengers and crew to bridge the gap to apparent safety. Evidence shows the survivors lit huge fires in the hope of attracting salvation from passing vessels or searching ships. Their hopes were in vain. You got to bear in mind that these were years long before kind of British settlement or any kind of European settlement on Australia. The wreck was discovered in 1927 between Tamlan and Murchison House pastoral stations. 1992, 59,000 hectares of land surrounding the wreck was declared a nature reserve. There we are. And you can just see looking out to coast now, much like many other places we stopped along the way here. There's clear evidence of a reef system offshore. There's a big rock there right on the mouth of the river, and you can see there's a reef just underneath the water where the waves are breaking all the way down. Very good for snorkeling and diving. You can see there's a little platform out to sea there. There's two people diving or snorkeling there. And I had to stop for a second because I thought I saw a shark, but I think it might have been their flippers when they go underneath. So there we are. Nice little spot anyway. As you can see from this vantage point, looking back at Kalbarri, there's a lot of construction work going on. This is all part of the efforts to repair after the cyclone that came through here. Still a bit of catching up to do. A lot of the cafes and restaurants are closed because they were demolished. Alright, I'm just on my way back to the campsite. I just thought I'd come out for a look up here. So there's a few places like this in Kalbarri that were damaged by the typhoon this time last year. So still a lot of recovery work needed up here. So my last day in Kalbarri was rather chilled, just sitting around the campsite taking some photos like these yucca plants. I come across this fella. I was wondering what was rustling in the bushes. This fella. He's a blue-tongued skink. There were dragonflies swarming around, these two trying to mate, I believe. And got one in mid-air. Some more birds flying around like this honey eater here, and back to the dragonflies of course. And then I decided to just have a chill day and go back to this spot on the beach for sunset photographs. Not a short wait to sunset, but I think I found a little spot here with the grass. That's add a bit of foreground, and yeah, should be nice when it hits the water. So I've basically got 3 lens types with me. I've got my mid-range there, it's basically like a glorified kit lens, which I think is 24 to 120. This is pretty good. Then I've got this one, which I use for landscapes and astrophotography. Goes down to f-stop 2.8, which is what you need for astrophotography, which is 12 to 24. And then I've got the Tamron, which is 60 to 200 millimeter. No. 600 millimeter. But hasn't got a very low f-stop number. I think it's 4.5 or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to put this one on for sunset.
So you reckon you can make a bit of money with the...
So as you can just hear at the end there, a bloke come along to have a chat with me as I was taking photographs, asking me if I was going to be making money out of these photographs. I told him, well, that is the ultimate goal, but I was just taking photos of the sunset here because it was bloody beautiful. So I had a thoroughly nice chill day in Kalbarri, just planning the next stages of the trip and doing a bit of video editing, and just basically taking a moment to enjoy the place for myself. I thoroughly loved the time in Kalbarri, and I'd recommend it to anybody. The sunsets here were just something special. Well, Kalbarri, it's been lovely. Anybody does have the chance to come here, I'd highly recommend it. It's a beautiful little coastal town. It's very popular on the holidays. Look at the pub, it's heaving. And this is just off, well, it's not the off season, but it's just very latter stages of the peak season, I guess. School holidays finish tomorrow. Next week on Jeep Roscoe. We're currently here. There's also up near me, just behind, there's a fruit loop you can do. I'm not making it up. They told me in the centre that very soon it's about to be taken over by the Canadians. Those massive spiders, they're known as orbs.